We started the day apart. I threw Rob out down to the paper mill in Loudwater, so he spent the night down there with the best man and his wife, and I actually stayed here the night on my own, but everybody started arriving in the morning. And so I went to the hairdressers, came back. My girlfriend Jane, who was the bridesmaid, she was waiting on the doorstep as I arrived from the hairdressers, and we just started getting ready, had a coffee. I was so nervous I forgot to put a cup under the coffee machine, so we had coffee everywhere. And then we were just upstairs sort of getting the dress on and whatnot, and Jay arrived. And then, as you'll know, Jay, from when you were here, you so other people, you know, my mum and dad and my brother and other friends started arriving, and you were just fabulous. You just blended into the background, but you were there capturing the right things, and I was so pleased as well that you got the cars going along the road from the house. I just thought that was lovely. And then, well, I guess from there it's Rob and Daniel really, because I don't know what was happening your end.
Well, Daniel came and took a few shots of us as we were waiting outside the registry office, and I think that was only one of two times that I was kind of really conscious of the camera being there, and I think that was probably just at the start of the day, and we were, a few of us just standing around a little bit nervous outside the registry office, and then after that really wasn't aware of the fact that, you know, that you were making the video.
We did lots of research into trying to make the day as special as possible and as right for us, and we picked up a few wedding magazines and so on, and Special Memories was in the local, I think it was the Buck Street Press wedding magazine, and so I gave Kirsty a ring. I persuaded Rob at the time that we needed a video because I'm not quite so sure.
I wasn't quite so persuaded about having a video at first, but
partly because he was trying to keep the cost down, I think. But anyway, I gave Kirsty a ring, and she was extremely lovely and pleasant on the phone, and we made an appointment, and Jay came along, and I think Rob would agree as well. I think we just knew from the minute you walked in the door, Jay, that we wanted you at our wedding.
Yeah, I think we thought you were very professional, very well organised. We felt really confident. It was, yeah.
Were there concerns other than cost? I mean,
no, it wasn't really any concern about cost. I think I'm probably a bit more traditional, so I thought that the kind of traditional photography was something that I preferred, and I thought it was perhaps something that we would look at more over the years, and I maybe thought that if we'd had a video done, it wouldn't be watched very much or something like that, whereas I thought we would look at photographs. We're really pleased with the video, and I'm very glad that we had it done.
We're absolutely made up with it, and it captures such a lot of the things that perhaps we weren't even seeing on the day, and just right from start to finish, right from Jay being at the house, Daniel being down at the registry office, bits and pieces at the church, even before the service, before the day started. And it's just lovely, and I mean we were so thrilled that Jay and Kirsty turned up with the video on Christmas morning, and as a family we sat, well, all of us more or less in tears, Christmas afternoon watching the wedding video.
That was our Christmas treat. So maybe we should explain that, because you had said to us that we would have an edit of the video by Christmas, and we were just so surprised and pleased to see you walking up the drive on Christmas morning with it.
And I think it just shows again just how conscientious and how professional you are, Jay, in terms of meeting your commitments and not letting people down, and you certainly didn't let us down. Definitely not. It was a lovely, lovely experience. It's absolutely lovely. We're absolutely made up with all the different messages and so on that friends and family left for us. I mean, if anything, more would have been better. It was just so good, and we realised it's impossible to get round everybody, and I'm sure a lot of people were very reluctant to go anywhere near a camera. But it was, that's lovely. Very, very lovely finish to the video.
Yeah, we call it the diary room.
Yeah, the diary room. Yeah.
Absolutely,
yeah.
Without a doubt.
Absolutely, without a doubt. For anybody wanting anything video, to be honest with you, not just a wedding, but anything, we were just so amazed how professional you both were on the day, but how professional the finished article is as well.
Yeah.
And I know my dad, I mean, you'll know, Jay, that you got us the video made specially for them because they haven't got a DVD player. Mind you, neither have we, but that's another story.
We've got a computer.
We've got a computer. But they are absolutely made up with it, and I know they've watched it, if anything, more than us, because they just can't get over it. It's just like a film. It's just, it's not, the quality is so fantastic. And I mean, we love the way you've put the music on in the background as well, using some of the music that we had on the day. It's fab. I think the fact by the time you left us on that first evening, Jay, which I think was in the January if I remember rightly, and you gave me a kiss, and I thought, oh, that's so lovely, because I think we felt like we'd known you for a lot longer.
That's the friendly
that's
part.
the friendly part. That's the friendly side.
We like to leave our clients with friends and have that friendship ongoing.
Yeah. And I think something else was, the number of times I spoke to Kirsty on the phone, and I remember quite early on, I mean, I came up with this brainwave, and we possibly mentioned it to you when you came round for the initial meeting, that because we were concerned about the 3-part venue and people getting from A to B, which in fact wasn't a problem at all in the end, but I was concerned that people might get lost and so on. So we had this idea of I had this idea, not so much Rob. I had this idea of getting a double-decker bus to ferry people around. And you'd obviously gone back and said that to Kirsty, because a couple of weeks later she rang up and said, oh, don't know, Jay just mentioned, but actually I've just found a company who provide double-decker buses, and here's their number, and if you're interested, give them a ring. And she didn't have to, needn't have done that, but it just those extra little touches that made it special, particularly at a time. I mean, we didn't sort of realise at the time, but how much organising a wedding actually takes over your life, and
it's a lot of work.
And it's a lot of work. And
in a nice way.
In a nice way, yeah. Yeah, but, when you're trying to run a full-time job and homes, etc., it was nice to. Oh no, that's the phone! I can't believe it.
Can we stop for a moment and answer the phone?
Stop. Oh.
It's all right.
That's staying in. Definitely.